Hello everyone, this is Ethan Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. In this episode of the Damage Calc series, we'll be taking a look at boosted damage specials and how you calculate them in Damage Calcs. And so we'll get started by introducing a few of the types you'll see. Most of the boosted damage specials are ones that scale off of a unit's particular stat during combat. And so, for example, we have specials that scale off of the amount of HP you've lost. And so Vengeance is an example of this. It gives you boosted damage by 50% of the HP you've lost. And so, for example, if the Sulith were to be at 44 HP, that means he's lost 10 HP, and so when he procs Vengeance at 44 HP, he would get an extra 5 boosted damage. And then there's boosted damage specials that scale off of attack, and so Dragon Fang and Draconic Aura are two examples of this. And I just want to reiterate that these specials calculate based off of, for the most part, your in-combat stat. So this is why Dragon Fang, for example, works with Blade Tomes, because Blade Tomes boost your attack during combat. So for example, if Nino here were to be buffed with +6 field buffs across the board, she would have 85 attack, and so Dragon Fang would give her 42, in this case 42 boosted damage, assuming she's not in Brazen attack speed range, of course, here. And then we have currently no inheritable specials in the game that deal boosted damage based off of speed, but some units like Sothis have their own unique specials that do give them boosted damage based off of their speed. Some other examples are Lunar Flash on Legendary Alm and Fire Emblem on Legendary Marth, and Regnalastra on Ira. Those are most of the speed-based boosted damage specials. Then there's ones like Bonfire and Ignis that scale off of defense, and ones like Iceberg and Glacies that scale off of res. And unfortunately, I don't have Owain. He comes with a boosted damage special called Blue Flame, which has the criteria of if you proc Blue Flame while adjacent to one of your ally units, then it gives you 25 boosted damage. But if you aren't, then it only deals 10 boosted damage. So I figured I would mention that. And I guess also I should mention, I keep saying this in a couple of videos, but Ice Mirror is not a boosted damage special. It is actually, as we'll see later in the series, a dealt damage special and also a damage reduction special, but we will go over that when we get to that part of the series. And the reason I bring that up is because of skill descriptions. So an easy way right now, other than Ice Mirror, to tell if a special deals boosted damage or a weapon effect or whatnot is to just read the description, and all boosted damage specials currently in the game use the phrase boosts damage by, and then there's some criteria for it. So if you see that on any special, that means, besides Ice Mirror, because the description hasn't been fixed yet, but it's a boosted damage special. So that's an easy way to tell going down the line when more specials are released. You'll be able to tell in theory at a glance what type of damage the special does. Although they have made mistakes in the past, but they do change them. So for a benchmarker, it's a good idea to just learn that kind of syntax. And so now, we'll briefly showcase how they work in combat. So a misleading thing about boosted damage specials is it makes it sound like that you're guaranteed to do as much damage as the special states. So for example, if Sheeta here with 38 res were to proc her Iceberg against someone, then you would expect, she would do 19 damage when she procs it at least. But it turns out that that's not the case, because there are such things as negative damage in this game. So as an example, we're just going to end turn here and, debuff our Sheeta just to showcase this. And so now Sheeta has 36 attack against Sheena here, who, when she gets attacked because of close defense 3, she'll have 56 defense against Sheeta during combat. And so this 36 attack is, with the weapon triangle advantage, is 43 attack against Sheena. So 43 attack minus 56 defense is negative 13 damage. And so this is relevant because Sheeta, on her second hit on Sheena, will proc Iceberg, and that will give her an extra boosted 19 damage. And so, because of that negative 13 damage, you'll see here that the boosted damage special adds on to that negative 13. And so when Sheeta procs her specials, she only does 6 damage to Sheena. And while we're at it on this map, I also just wanted to point out that defense tiles do not boost the damage of specials like Iceberg, Glacies, Ignis, Bonfire, that kind of sort. It's completely independent of it, but you still use the defense tiles in the initial boosted damage calculations. It's a little weird, but as evidence that you can do 0 damage even when proccing a boosted damage special, you can see here that she's just doing 0 regardless. And even when I buff her up, you'll see that she does the exact same damage to Sheena, regardless if she attacks from the defense tile or off it. So that's just another piece of evidence to show that boosted damage specials like the ones I mentioned are not affected by the defense tiles. And so at this point, there's not too much to talk about. I could start listing all the boosted damage specials, but I've given you already an idea of the kinds of specials and that deal boosted damage and what you look for in their description. You just look for the boost damage by phrase, and as long as it's not poorly translated or whatnot, like some recent skills that have been released, you can be confident that all the old skills, at least, besides Ice Mirror that says boost damage by, are boosted damage type weapons and skills and effects. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll be talking about damage multiplier specials, such as Glimmer and Astra, and we'll see that they have quite a similar description as these boosted damage specials, but what they do is a little bit different, so it's important to consider in damage calcs. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!